मुदाकरातमोदकं सदा विमुक्तिसाधकं कलाधरावतंसकं विलासिलोकरक्षकम् अनायकैकनायकं विनाशिते दैत्यकं नतासुभाषुनाशकं नमामि तं विनायकं नतेतरादिभीकरं नमोदितार्कभास्वरं नमत्सुरारिनिर्झरं नतादिकावधुद्धरं सुरेश्वरं निधीश्वरं गजेश्वरं गणेश्वरं महेश्वरं तमाश्रये परात्परं निरन्तरं मुदाकरातमोदकं सदा विमुक्तिसाधकं कलाधरावतंसकं विलासिलोकरक्षकम् अनायकैकनायकं विनाशिते दैत्यकं नतासुभाषुनाशकं नमामि तं विनायकम्। समस्तलोकशङ्करं निरस्तदैत्यकुञ्जरं धरेतरोधरं वरं वरे भवत्रमक्षरं कृपाकरं क्षमाकरं मुदाकरं यशस्करं मनस्करं नमस्कृतां नमस्करोमि भास्वरम् अकिञ्चनार्तिमार्जरं चिरन्तनोत्तिभाजनं पुरारिपूर्वनन्दनं सुरारिगर्भचर्वणं प्रपञ्चनाशभीषणं धनञ्जयादिभूषणं कपोलदानवारणं भजे पुराणवारणम्। कान्तिदन्तकान्तमन्तकन्तकात्मजम् अचिन्त्यरूपमन्तहीनमन्तराय कृन्तनं हृदन्तरे निरन्तरं वसन्तमेव योगिना तमेकदन्तमेव तं
Namaste, Hari Om everybody. So happy to have you all here for Acharya Devo Bhava, honoring teachers of Chinmaya Vidyalayas. Let us start with a small prayer. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om everybody, and welcoming you all once again. We have a very exciting events lineup for today. We'll be seeing presentations right from tiny tots to the senior members of the mission. We'll be hearing our own Swami Mitranji speaking to us, and also Puja Gurudev. And then we also have honoring the teachers of Chinmaya Vidyalayas Virugambakkam for today. And with that note, we would like to invoke the blessings of the Lord. So I here invite the students of the Virugambakkam school for the invocation song.
Guru Brahma Roop Jano, Shiva ka Swaroop Mano. Guru Brahma Roop Jano, Shiva ka Swaroop Mano. Guru ke saman nahi dusra jahan mein. Guru Brahma Roop Jano, Shiva ka Swaroop Mano. Yah Shruti Ved कहता गुरु बिना ज्ञान कैसा. यह श्रुति वेद कहता गुरु बिना ज्ञान शिव का स्वरूप मानो, शिव का स्वरूप मानो।
Thank you for the blissful rendition. Now we move on to having a conversation with our very own principal, Mrs. Vijayalakshmi ma'am. Hari Om, Mama.
Hari
Hari
Om.
Om. How have you been?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you?
All well, Amma. Thank you so much. We have met a couple of times in during our cool camps and other events of Chinmaya Mission.
Yes.
Yeah, so happy to have you here, Amma.
Thank you.
So Amma, a couple of questions. We just thought we would get to know from you. So we've seen that the students of Virugambakkam school have been bringing a lot of laurels to the school. So what do you think is their secret?
Yeah, the first and foremost is Gurudev. It is his blessings, and it is. I heard my seniors saying that Gurudev once visited the school, and he proudly declared that it seems it is my school. So the special blessings we enjoy, blessings of a Gurudev, we always enjoy. Having said that, I would also attribute all the success to the teamwork. It's not by just one person, because it is like a well-oiled machine. Every part of it should work very well, work in sync with each other, in tandem with each other. And we are very lucky to have very, very enthusiastic students, very cooperative parents, and above all, very, very hardworking teachers. And we are all guided by a very, very progressive thinking board of management members. They give us the right direction. And with all these, success is very easy to come. But I would always say the sky is the limit. We really, all of us have to reach a little more. I always tell my teachers, raise the bar. That is my mantra.
Wow, Amma, absolutely. The team spirit is what really pays. So, Amma, moving on to the next question. I guess you've been the principal since about 2006. So, what is the difference, or do you see any difference over the years, Amma?
And difference in the sense in the education system in the students, I would say yes and no. Yes, there are differences because with the changing times, everything has changed. Today we have a generation which is battling with the problem of information overload, and also we also have a generation which is a remote control generation, every now and then, like, they have the channels of the remote of the TV in their control. They want everything to be very quick. They want changes very quickly. They get bored up very easily. But as teachers, we've been able to rise up to their expectations. We've been able to adapt ourselves to the requirement of it. And why I said no, because the delivery of knowledge is the same. The quest for knowledge from the students is the same. There is no change in that. And student-teacher relationship, absolutely no change. We enjoy the same love and affection both the ways, teacher to student, student to teacher. All that is, the package is different.
Yes, Amma. I think I totally relate to this because even I come from the teaching field now, so I totally get to understand what you're saying, Amma. Right. So, moving on to our next question, which is a little personal. That would you like to share something about your favorite teacher when you were a student? And what are the qualities that you admired about your teacher?
Yeah, I cannot forget my maths teacher because I was not very good at maths. When I was in class 11 and 12, I used to be very good in English. I always used to see to it that I got the first mark in English, but not bothered about the other subject. And he was the one who told me, you do English literature and become a teacher. And very recently, I happened to know about his whereabouts just a week ago. It's just a coincidence, I must say. He's now 85 plus, and I happen to know about, I got with my old friends, and they gave me the number of that teacher, and I just wanted to call him and speak to him. And I'm waiting for Teachers' Day to come. I want to call him and tell him that I've become a teacher, not only a teacher, a principal also. So I can never, but at the same time, he never let me down. He tried his best to coach me up also. I did quite okay in maths, not very bad, if not very good. So I can never forget the teacher. The golden words, that is the power of a guru. When a guru says something, it really, something good, it really happens.
Yeah, true, Amma, true. Actually, in fact, even my favorite teacher happens to be a math teacher, and the reason is the same. Even I never liked math, but because she was such a wonderful teacher, I happened to learn math and grow with. She helped me grow that way. So that was really nice, Amma. Thanks for sharing, and we are very glad that you could finally get in touch with him again. So wishing you, prayers for that, Amma. Yeah. So Amma, one more question is that have you happened to have a chance to meet Puja Gurudev? Like, if yes,
I joined in the year 1992. That was the last visit of Gurudev to Chennai in Kamaraj Arangam. I remember the chapter 15 that he elaborated on. I also remember the occasion when we had a very personal meeting, all the teachers of the Vidyalaya, we all sat around him, we met him, and he also visited the school. I remember that year, 2 of our students sang so very well, and immediately he removed his chain and presented it to one of the student who sang the bhajans. So those memories are very vivid. I can close my eyes and visualize and see Gurudev sitting in front of his own big portrait and enjoying the bhajans. I still remember that. Though it's only once, it's very, very, it's etched in my memory.
Yes, Amma. Truly a goosebumps moment. So thank you so much, Amma, for sharing, for spending your valuable time with us.
It's my pleasure.
Yes, Amma. Thank you so much. So now we'll be moving on to the next segment. Purvaja, over to you.
Hari Om, one and all, and thank you so much, Vidyaka and ma'am. That was such a beautiful conversation. We all know the importance of teachers in our life. In order to gain and obtain spiritual knowledge and to seek the truth and to move a step ahead, we need a dynamic teacher. And one such amazing and dynamic teacher who has inspired not only all the wings of Chinmaya mission, but inspired people all over the world is with his knowledge and his guidance is Swami Mitrananda ji. So let us hear some words of wisdom from Swami ji.
Hari Om, Namaskaram, my salutations to everybody. Teacher-student relationship is a lovely relationship we have. A teacher is inevitable in our life. At every stage, there would be somebody or other guiding us, taking us to the next level. And this beautiful relationship, traditionally in India, we celebrate it as Guru Poornima. What is Guru Poornima? Vedavyas, who compiled the Vedas, wrote the Mahabharata and the 18 Puranas, and obviously he was there to understand the dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna. That comes as Gita. All this is attributed to Vedavyasa. So this Poornima is Vyasa Poornima, which is also called as Guru Poornima. So Vyasa's birthday is dedicated as Guru Poornima. On this day, every teacher who was once a student and every student who is connected to a teacher celebrate this day as a day of selflessness and gratitude. So the beautiful relationship between the teacher and the student is the teacher is selfless and the student who gains it has gratitude. The selflessness and gratitude make it absolutely loving. And that's why every moment of this relationship is cherished. And what is really amazing about it is, in the end of it, the teacher would love to see the student outgrow the teacher and at the same time make the student absolutely independent towards the teacher. You see, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna imparts this knowledge to Arjuna, 18 chapters. In the 18th chapter, towards the end, Krishna tells Arjuna, listen, what I have to tell you, I have told you. Now you decide what you want to do. Don't go by my opinion. So Krishna was very sure. He didn't want to thrust his opinion, but taught Arjuna everything and asked Arjuna to take a call on his own. So the teacher gives the knowledge and the freedom for the student to choose what the student wants to do. So this relationship, which is very sacred, where because the teacher finally makes the student independent. So let's celebrate this Guru-Shishya relationship, Acharya Devo Bhava, for next few days. Join us every day and see how beautifully this program unfolds. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Swamiji, for that light on Guru-Sishya relationship. Swami Mitranandaji has been a guiding mentor for so many around the world, and as I said, across all age groups. And talking about all age groups, we have different wings in Chinmaya Mission accommodating all the age groups. And I have been a part of Chinmaya Yuva Kendras for around 4 to 5 years. And it has been a great learning journey for me, from developing my personality to keeping myself motivated and getting that inner balance, and most importantly meeting new people and having fun. It has been a great journey. For a fact that Vidyaka is also a part of Chinmaya Yuva Kendra, right? Vidyaka, would you like to share something? Okay, so as I was saying, Vidyaka was also part of Chinmaya Yuva Kendra. In fact, she was my senior, and I had also seen how much fun my Chinmaya Yuva Kendra seniors were having, and I was so I was so I was so curious to know what all activities would be happening in Chinmaya Yuva Kendra. So there's a lot of activities, like we do a lot of stage plays, we go on adventures, we go from mountain trekking in the nights to boat rides during the sunrise to night walks on the beach, and so many more. So let's have a glimpse of what Chinmaya Yuva Kendra does. So here it is.
வந்தே மாதரம் வந்தே மாதரம். நமது லால்பால் பால் தலைவர்களின் ஒருவரான பிபின் சந்திரபாலின் விடுதலையை தடை மீறி கொண்டாடக்கூடியிருக்கிறோம். பள்ளியின் நடக்குமுறைக்கு நாம் அஞ்சு அடங்கிவிட மாட்டோம். சபாஷ். நமது தர்மத்தை நிலைநாட்ட போராடுவனை செயல் வீரர் என்று பகவத்கீதையில் கண்ணன் சொல்கிறார். இன்று நம் சுதந்திரத்தை நிலைநாட்ட நாம் ஒவ்வொருவரும் அர்ஜுனர்களாக மாற வேண்டும். செயல் வீரர்களே, உங்களுடைய துணிவையும் துடிப்பையும் பாராட்டுங்கள். நமது நாட்டிற்கு ஒரு பிபின் சந்திரபால் போதாது. பிச்சை வாழ்வை விரும்பி பிறருடைய ஆட்சியில் அச்சத்தோடு வாழ்பவன் வாழ்வது நல்லது. அன்னையின் விலங்குகளை தகர்த்திட அனைவரும் எழ வேண்டும். ஈடிலா புகழாய் எழுகவோ எழுக, எழுகவோ எழுக. வந்தே மாதரம்.
क्या मैं और वो एक नहीं हुए? ये प्रश्न सुनते ही आदि शंकराचार्य जी को ज्ञात हुआ कि उनके सामने खड़े एक चंडाल नहीं, पर स्वयं देवों के देव महादेव भगवान विश्वनाथ ही खड़े थे। मंत्रमुग्ध होकर उन्होंने केवल 5 चंद्रों में मनीषा पंचकम का सर्जन किया।
यही मेरा दृढ़ विश्वास है, यही मेरी मनीषा है।
आदि शंकराचार्य जी काफी स्पष्ट थे कि जाति, वर्ण, कार्य, अन्य कोई भेदभाव उपनिषदों में बसे सत्य के सामने कोई मायने नहीं रखते।
நான் ஏன் மானம் ஏன் குடும்பமானம் அப்படின்னு பார்க்கறது தான் சுயநலம். அதை விட்டு தர்மம், அந்த மகாவிஷ்ணுவே எனக்கு தர்ம ஸ்தாபிக்க வந்திருக்காரு, நான் அவன் பக்கம் தான் போறேன், அது ஒரு உயர்ந்த எண்ணம். எப்ப நம்ம ஒரு உயர்ந்த எண்ணத்துக்காக தாழ்மையான ஒரு நோக்கத்தை விடுறோமோ அதுக்கு பேர் தான் தியாகம். அதை பண்ண முடியாது இந்த சத்வகுணத்தினால தான்.
ஈடாவதோ என்று அந்த அளவுக்கு நன்மையுடைய நற்குணமுடைய பரதனுக்கு நீ மூத்தவனாக பிறந்தாயா?
This video has brought back so many memories, right from frisbee matches at midnights to so many camps and a lot of activities. And we saw in the video that we have many different events for every occasion and every celebration. So one of our Chinmaya Yuva Kendra initiatives for Guru Poornima celebrations is a talk on gurus who inspired all of us. So here's a powerful talk on a very inspiring guru. Here it is.
In the 17th century, Bharat was going through a dark phase. The rulers of the state were crushing people for belonging to a particular identity. Imagine you're being taxed for belonging to a particular religion. Your temples were being destroyed. Your women were being abused and harassed. Then rose a great guru who groomed a great Shishya to lead a Swarajya, a great empire that would be a torchbearer for the future generations to come. I'm talking about none other than the great saint Samartha Ramadas. Now usually, because of our online classes, we tend to despise our teachers for torturing us with their constant, lectures and, constant, lessons itself. But imagine in those days, in the 17th century, when hope was lacking in the society, when despair was spreading across the length and breadth of India, one saint decided to groom a young boy to become a great leader, a Chhatrapati Shivaji. Sant Ramadas was just a normal boy like you and me. He had his normal aspirations like you and me. But he saw something that was problematic in the society. He saw that this society was not going in the right path. The value system in Bharat was depleting. Mughals were rampaging our cultural systems. We were being tortured for eternity. Bharat was living in this manner for the past 200 to 300 years, and Sant Ramadas took upon himself to change the situation that was existing in India. He started a particular sect of sannyasins called Samartha, hence the name Samartha Ramadas. Now imagine a saint is someone who probably takes lectures, takes jnana yajnas, and then sits in a rock and starts meditating. But Sant Ramadas was not that kind of a saint. Sant Ramadas took up on a mission for a lifetime that would be an example for the future generations. He decided the sannyasi is not someone who's going to just meditate and sit on a rock. A sannyasi is someone who's going to take up on a military revolution, who's going to take on a political revolution in India and revive its old cultural systems, bring up the value systems in India. And then he started grooming people, he started grooming sannyasins, he started changing the identity of a sannyasi. He started mobilizing people, he started inspiring people a lot. And then one day, hearing Sant Ramadas' work, Shivaji Maharaj wanted to meet him, listen to him, interact with him, but could not do so. I think that's where this fundamental value, which we all should, recognize. I think knowledge will not be given to us. I think we should yearn for knowledge. We should set ourselves on a quest for knowledge and look for our guru everywhere. I think today we are so lucky that we have a set of teachers teaching us different subjects and different values. In those days, that was not the case. We were being ridiculed for belonging to a particular religion. Basic ideals of freedom of expression were being curbed. Then where was the chance to find a good teacher? Well, Shivaji, a young man, set out on a journey to discover his guru, Sant Ramadas. And one day, he did finally meet his guru and had an enlightening conversation with this saint. And Sant Ramadas interestingly gave 3 elements to Shivaji, who was not a Maharaj yet. He was still a young boy with huge aspirations. Remember that. So this guru planted the seeds of Swarajya, seeds of Hindu Rashtra that would culminate into a larger movement in the years to come. Sant Ramadas first gave a pile of mud, then a set of pebbles, and then finally he gave horse dung. The pile of mud would signify the earth which Shivaji Maharaj would conquer in the future years to come. The pebble would signify the hill forts which he would rule from. And the horse dung signified the vast empire, army of horses which he would maintain in the future years to come. These 3 elements which Sant Ramadas gave inspired Shivaji Maharaj. And Shivaji Maharaj became an ardent devotee of Sant Ramadas. And then Sant Ramadas did not just inspire Shivaji Maharaj. He even gave Shivaji Maharaj certain sets and rules based on which Shivaji Maharaj used to rule his kingdom. He wrote something called as the Dashabodha, which acted as a guideline for Shivaji Maharaj to rule his kingdom. Now imagine, I think it is very important to understand that Shivaji Maharaj had a model system in place at that point of time in ruling. He had a coalition government, which we see these days, in place in those days. He in fact united the Hindu population of those days. There were the Holkars, there were the Bhosles, there were the Peshwas. So the seed was laid out by Sant Ramadas, the seed was carried out by Shivaji Maharaj. And Shivaji Maharaj was so inspired by Sant Ramadas that he wanted to leave all the materialistic world which he was living in, the Maya which he was, confided in, and go and join as a disciple of Sant Ramadas. He wanted to leave his Swadharma. It is at this point Sant Ramadas showed the true character of a guru. The true character of a guru is not to collect a pile of disciples. The true character of guru is to kindle and tap the element of Swadharma in his disciple. And that is exactly what Sant Ramadas did. He tapped the spirit of Swadharma within Shivaji Maharaj. He told, your Swadharma is to be a Kshatriya. Your Swadharma is to rule people with fairness and treat them equally. And set Shivaji Maharaj back on his true path of, establishing the rule of Swarajya. Now, I think whenever we talk about a Guru-Shishya relationship, which we would have seen in the past few days as such of this whole program, you would have realized that we are talking about a Guru-Shishya relationship that established a sort of norm in the society. That enabled or contributed to the sense of Hindu Renaissance in the society. And during the times of Mughal Raj, I think it is important to understand the contributions made by Shivaji Maharaj to Hindu Renaissance itself. Because after Shivaji Maharaj, there came Ahalyabai Holkar, who restored numerous temples across India. And Shivaji Maharaj restrained, Shivaji Maharaj's problems were not one-sided or one-faced. It was multifaceted. He was facing the sultans in the south. He was facing the nizams from the south. He was facing Aurangzeb from the north. Now imagine the amount of conviction you have to face such a huge army of invaders who were hell-bent on defeating you and crushing your army. So whenever we talk about a Guru-Shishya relationship, it is important to understand what did the Guru contribute to the Shishya and how did the Shishya receive that knowledge. Because in all these examples, the Guru did not go to the Shishya. The Shishya always went to the Guru, went in search of the Guru and yearned to learn from the Guru. So Shivaji Maharaj's contributions and Sant Ramadas' contributions to Hindu Renaissance are timeless and will culminate to bear fruits in the future years to come as well. But this beautiful relationship, this beautiful Jugalbandi which these two had, is something that we should always remember and revere as sons of the soil, sons and daughters of the soil. Because what we are today is, the seeds of what we are today was sown long back in 17th century. Thank you.
Thank you. That was so powerful. And it is so impactful how just one person, one saint, can give a revolution and transformation for a whole nation, and that too for so many years. We are all forever grateful and salute all our gurus who've contributed to the Guru Parampara for so many years. And that is the reason why we are here today. The next wing that we will be looking at is Chinmaya Academy of Management. Chinmaya Academy of Management works on training individuals from all backgrounds with mind management tools. It is the management wing of Chinmaya Mission, and it conducts workshops, sessions, and seminars across all age groups. So let's see what the members of Chinmaya Academy of Management have to share with us today.
Hari Om. The great ancient Tamil poet Thiruvalluvar in his Tirukkural says, Idumbaikku idumbai paduppar, idumbaikku idumbai padadavar, meaning they give sorrow to sorrow who in sorrow do not suffer sorrow. They give sorrow to sorrow who in sorrow do not suffer sorrow. What a way to deal with the challenges of life. Do you want to stay strong and make the problems weak? Or do you want to be weak and make the problems strong? Valluvar says, stay strong and the problems will become weak and run away. Chinmaya Academy of Management brings you the ancient wisdom with a postmodern approach applicable in today's life. Keep in touch with CAM. Thank you.
Anger is like fire. It burns everything in its path. However, like fire, if anger is managed, it can be the game changer. Are you in a situation where you feel that you have anger management issues? Are you not in control of your anger? Does anger put you through many difficulties many times? Well, welcome to Chinmaya Academy of Management. You and we together, we shall address your anger management issues. Through the very methodical techniques, we shall teach you how to manage your anger, not control it. Because there is no point in controlling. What is important is that
physical well-being involves giving them nourishing food and ensuring that they get enough exercise to stay healthy and fit. Emotional well-being is having meaningful conversations in the house, which gives them a firm grounding. Intellectual well-being means having conversations around the different transactions in the world. Spiritual is introducing the purpose of their own birth in this lifetime. We at CAMP have trained scores of parents to master these skills and watch their children blossom. Come, join us in this journey. Hari Om.
Thank you. That was so insightful. We have a wing from Chinmaya Missions that has a lot of tiny kids starting from the age of 0. Let's move to see the most energized wing of Chinmaya Mission. Show us a small activity.
Adam செய்ய விரும்ப தூங்குதல் we would always num cool down anger. Here the caravane help everyone. Even the village always give. பன்னிகழ்ச்சி தோன்றாதேவர்.
That was so adorable. But learning doesn't stop here. It continues with all fun, games, activities, and knowledge in a wing that we call as Balvihar. So let's see a small presentation by the Balvihar students.
Chinmaya Balvihar curates value-based, age-specific classes that teach children bhajans and chanting, games, yoga, craft, theatre, and much more. Come join the Chinmaya Balvihar family now. Let's love, laugh, and learn together.
That was such a nice presentation by the Balvihar students. For those who don't know about this, you will be very surprised to know that there is a wing in Chinmaya Mission for the whole family. Every Sunday, the whole family gets together, come and learn together and celebrates every weekend together as a family, and most importantly, meet new people and they expand their families. They have all kinds of activities, have fun, and make their weekend very special by growing together by their expanded family members. So let's see about that wing.
Service to Gurudev.
A platform for continuous learning.
Swadharma.
Spiritual fulfillment.
Peace. Togetherness.
Uniting the family.
Celebration. Happiness.
Stepping stone to Vedanta.
Yes. If you want to be a part of Seshivihar, Balvihar, Chinmaya Yuva Kendra or Chinmaya Sunday Family School, you don't have to do much. Just click on to Chinmaya Mission website, that is www.chinmayamissionchennai.com, and you can just give your names and just register and be a part of our family. Now, we have a few more members of Chinmaya Academy of Management share with us a little more insights. So let's have a look.
Marriage is a new experience. What is it all about? How to make it successful? The many implications of readjustments, love, care, giving without expectations, etiquettes, smart cooking, and multitasking. Many more aspects. Come, join us in the new session of brides and grooms to be in Chinmaya Academy of Management and live happily thereafter.
Key to success is right allocation of time. Quadrant number 1 is called as quadrant of crisis, where everything is important and everything is urgent. Quadrant number 2, which is called as quadrant of quality, where things are important but it is not urgent, so that we can plan, prepare, and execute. Quadrant number 3 is quadrant of deception. The very urgency of it will deceive us thinking that it is important. Quadrant number 4, it's called as quadrant of time wasters. If we understand our tasks lie in which of these boxes and reallocate our time, and accordingly we will be able to manage our time effectively and efficiently, thus reaping success.
Zinedine Zidane, captain of the France team, is provoked by his opponents, because of which he headbutts one from the Italian side and he is sent out with a red card. They will never forget this particular incident wherein he was sent out of a World Cup final. What should he have done? Should he have controlled his anger? What will happen if you control it? It will later burst at another opportunity. What he did was expressed his anger at that particular time. That also was not good for him. So what do we do? Channelizing anger is the way to go.
My yoga teacher used to say, how you do the small things is how you do the big things. It starts with something simple, like controlling your breath, like controlling the movement of muscle. But in and through that physical practice, it evolves. It evolves to become so much more. It becomes a space where you reconnect with yourself and you truly become one with yourself.
The link for Chinmaya Mission website, which has access to all the wings, will be put up in the chat box at the end of the session. So don't forget to note and register yourselves. With this Guru Poornima celebrations, we also have our most beloved Puja Gurudev giving a very special talk on a topic that's the need of the hour. But before moving on, we have a very exciting activity for all of you. We know that we have access to all the talks of Gurudev and so many events that happen in Chinmaya Mission, with access to all the wings, activities of all the wings and presentations of all the wings in a YouTube channel, which is the Chinmaya Mission's YouTube channel. So there will be a link of the YouTube channel that is put up in the chat box now in 1 minute. And let us see the speed of all your clicks. So the link would be sent in the chat box. So just click onto the link and visit our YouTube channel, and please do click the subscribe and the bell button, because we have a lot of interesting videos and a lot of presentations coming up. So we have 30 seconds for you, and you can visit the link, see through and click the subscribe and the bell button. You can come back at the end of 30 seconds, within 30 seconds if you can, and put up a thumbs up here in the Zoom. Yes, so as you can see, the link is put up in the chat box. All you have to do is just click on the link, visit the YouTube channel, just opens, and you can see through our the different topics that we've covered, and click the subscribe button and the bell button. You'll be notified if any new and exciting, interesting insights and videos come up in our channel. Okay, I can see a few thumbs up, and a few people have raised their hands also. Okay. Okay, you have 20 seconds left. Okay, people are raising hands still. Okay.
निर्भरभक्तः संसारादचिरात् भवमुक्तः सेन्द्रियमानसनियमादेवं रक्षसि निजहृदयस्थं देवं सेन्द्रियमानसनियमादेवं रक्षसि निजहृदयस्थं देवं
Okay, that was such a nice response from all of you, and we've seen a lot of raising hands and thumbs up, which all of you have put. Now let's move on to the special talk by our beloved Puji Gurudev.
That the world progresses forward and you and I will have to adapt to the new conditions available around. If we are not able to adapt, nature has no compunction. It will wipe us clean. Have they not? Many plants have become extinct in nature. Many animals have become extinct in nature. Why? They were not able to adapt themselves to the new environments available around. If man also is not conscious enough, is not smart enough, is not intelligent enough to understand the nature of the situations around and try to change himself. Change means adapt himself to the new environments. Is it so sad in this world that nature's law works and is extinct? Is not Roman Empire died away, Greek Empire disappeared, Mesopotamia gone? All are great cultures, great people. The greatest heroes were brought at that time. Literature, everything was there. What happened? Where are they now? Why they were wiped out? They were not able to adapt themselves in the new system that is arising around and about themselves. Don't you think that we have changed, we have come to a point where the old methods can no longer be a remedy for the sufferings that we have got? Why? Because the source is something different. It is not physical. We are comfortable. Nobody can complain that the worldly physical conditions, there are poverty, no doubt. It is not emotional. It is not intellectual. With these levels, we are the objective scientists are trying to find out all the remedies of it. But when you sit back and think, why this problem of aid? Why this, the various sorrows in the world? Economic upset, poverty, disease, mutual rancor. No two countries can sit together and look at each other, each angry with the other. Why? When you thus analyze this cause of things and hunting for the cause of effects is called the intellectual method of analyzing and understanding the world outside. Causation hunting is the preoccupation of the human intellect. This is how all sciences developed, inquiring into cause of things. Why is it that we are suffering? In spite of our continuous effort, our goal is clear, and we are putting forth all our effort, as much as you can, as never ever before in the history of mankind. And yet, by the time you solve probably a problem, 10 different problems arise. Why is it so? What is the spring? Where did all these sorrows come? All of these problems come? When they analyzed, they found a wondrous new, truth, which ordinarily the materialist or the scientist may not immediately accept it. But the world outside is an echo, a reflection of our mind. The one Swami is talking. You are all intelligent people listening. Can I say that all of you are understanding in the same way? It cannot be. You interpret and receive the idea and interpret it according to your mind. He understands it with his mind. So your world outside is ordered by, governed by, controlled by your mental attitude. Haven't you heard people saying that this world is a hell? Haven't you heard the people saying that is a heaven? Successful people would say that is a wonderful world. Unsuccessful people would say that where can I get potassium cyanide? Why? I want to die. See? Why? The same situation. The sun and the moon and the stars and the atmosphere and the elements are the same. Yet one feels it is a wonderful field, another feels most miserable. Even in your house. Maybe your elder son thinks that, daddy and mummy, aha, it is heaven. And the younger fellow thinks that I am waiting for getting 18 years old so that I can get out of these wretched people. Hey, the parents are loving him completely, fully. Yet his interpretation is that he is in hell. These mental disturbances, indisciplined mental disturbances, prompts everyone to live on the instincts and impulses of the mind. Every moment. Utterly selfish, heartlessly desiring everything in the world outside, wanting to acquire, possess, embrace, indulge and enjoy. There you are, like any cattle. We live only at the mental level at this moment. All of us have got the intelligence to analyze and realize that what I am doing is wrong, but you have not got the strength to live up to it. There is nobody who doesn't know that he is immoral. Nobody in this world is there who knows that the drinking is bad, smoking is ruinous. And yet, ask them, why are you then drinking? Swamiji, it's not that I don't know it. I know, but I can't live up to it. Everyone. Cheating, or telling a lie, or becoming angry and cruelty and criminal nature. It's not that you don't know it, but you say that I'm sorry, I cannot be away from it. I am compelled to do things. See? Now then, friends, each individual is a unit in this universe, in this world. And all these individuals put together is called the community, or the nation, or the world itself. Apart from the individuals, there is no world. All of you put together without any distinction and differences, all your minds put together is the world outside. So if the majority of the minds are selfish, arrogant, utterly egocentric, vulgar, without a character, that society, that community will have the same character. The nation, there is no nation, only a country where a population lives. There is no integrity between them. And internationally, no understanding. Individual, through individual perfection alone, world perfection can be aspired. This is the conclusion arrived at by the great thinkers of the past. In all scriptures of the world, I am not talking of Vedanta or the Indian textbooks. Is not Bible saying the same? Is not the Quran saying the same? Is the Brahmapada or the Buddhist saying the same? Every great master who has given enough thought to it has understood that the cause for the sorrows of the world outside is the imperfection or the disturbance of your own mind.
That was such a powerful talk by Gurudev. And now we have an interesting activity that is a quiz for all of you. There'll be a poll appearing on your screen, and there'll be 4 options with a question there. And all you have to do is remember what Gurudev said and click on the right answer of the question. So a poll will be up, as you can see on the screen. And the question is, where and when was this talk given by Gurudev? Option A, World Religious Parliament, November 1992. Option B, United Nations, December 1992. Option C, US Senate, December 1993. And option D, ISRO, December 1992. So you have to just click on the right answer of these 4 options given on the screen. And you have 10 seconds left, and there's a lot of competition happening between different answers. I can see all of you clicking on the polls, and you have 5 seconds left and the poll is done. And the correct answer is United Nations, December 1992. Moving on to the next question. The question that's appearing on our screen is, the title of this talk is option A, Save the Earth. Option B, Save the Planet. Option C, Humanity in Crisis. And option D, Planet in Crisis. So all of you think and answer. Again, I can see a lot of people answering for different questions, and you have 5 seconds left for answering. You can quickly select the right option, and yes. Okay, the correct answer is option D, Planet in Crisis. Okay, so good luck, but good try, but we'll try to answer the correct answer. 70% of the people and plus 7 and 10 this time will try to give the right answer. So the next question is, according to Gurudev, world perfection can be aspired through A, individual perfection alone. Option B, world perfection alone. Option C, perfection of families alone. Option D, perfection of communities alone. Okay, a lot of people are giving your answers, and think a little more and give the correct answer. Okay, you have 5 seconds left, and okay, the poll is closed. Yeah, the correct answer is option A, individual perfection alone. We have another poll, do we? Yes, we have a 4th question. And the question says, Gurudev says the world outside is dash. An imagination of our mind, an imitation of our mind, a reflection of our mind, or a reflection of our intellect. Okay. And you have 5 seconds left. We are getting a lot of correct answers. That's nice. And yes, okay, it's 50% now. The correct answer is, as I said, option C, a reflection of our mind. Okay, now we come to the end of this polling, and that was a great interaction with all of you. Okay, so moving on to the next segment of today. I'm sure all of you have brought a plate or a bowl of flowers with yourself? Yes? Can you give a thumbs up on your videos itself? Okay, great. Very nice. Yeah, so we have a very divine activity here to perform. We all are celebrating Guru Poornima, right? It's going for a series of 10 to 11 days, and we all will be chanting a divine verse from the Taittiriya Upanishad. Think of all of them who have inspired you and shaped your lives, all your gurus, all your teachers, and prostrate in front of to your parents and get their blessings. And think of all your gurus and teachers in your heart and chant with us and offer the flowers. There'll be a music played, so chant along with it.
Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava.
That was so adorable to see you all perform this and chant along with all of us. And now the time has come to move on to the highlight of today's event, where the students of our Vidyalaya show their love and gratitude towards their gurus. So let's have a look at them.
But pure consciousness, absolute bliss and eternal wisdom. It is only by the kripa of Ishvara and karuna of the Lord that we get a Parama Guru. We are blessed to be under the parampara of such Parama Gurus like Swami Shivananda, Swami Tapovan Maharaj and Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda. On this sacred occasion of Guru Poornima day, we reverentially prostrate at the feet of all spiritual masters and our teachers who ignite in us the quest for truth, devotion of God, spirit of service to all living beings. Every new beginning, especially in the path of knowledge, has a special aura, a magic that is tangible and valuable. The lamp of knowledge that Puja Gurudev had lit is kept burning brightly under the able and dynamic guidance of our Acharya Swami Mitrananda and by the members of the Board of Management of Chinmaya Vidyalayas, comprising of Venerable Shri S.P. Tyagarajan, Chairman, Board of Management, Chinmaya Vidyalayas, Chennai, respected Shri O.V. Nambiar, Zonal Director, CCMT Education Cell, respected Shri Satyamurthy, Director, Chinmaya Vidyalayas, Chennai. The legacy continues under the illustrious leadership of Shri N. Nagarajan, Correspondent, and Srimati P. Vijayalakshmi, Principal. To be inspired is great. To be an inspiration is an honor.
For quizzes and puns. Put on your thinking hats and identify everyone. Let's get started. Pay attention. Creation is a middle name. Innovation is a game. Teaching integers, fractions, measures guides the little ones to enjoy their book treasures. Talent and target to sow in young age. a desire to embark on a literary voyage, to embrace Homer and Wool and shun hopeless enrage. An all-rounder, ever optimistic, level-headed teacher. Artistically crafted by her ethic, every child becomes an epic. She is one of a kind, unlocking the student's mind, never letting them lag behind, teaching concepts well defined. To create achievers, her thoughts incline. In the wonderful world of books that embellishes every cranny and nook, sits this affable personality, winning everyone over with her geniality. A teacher sharp, astute and practical, comes up with solutions tactical, with her logic and reasoning analytical. Her motivating leadership is reflected in her team's workmanship. Steely exterior belies a warm personality. She encourages students to develop their individuality and interact in class actively to reflect concept clarity. She makes the science of computer for the students to understand easier with her rich sense of humor. Her witty comeback and repartee does an interesting class guarantee. A splash of color in every student's life causes curiosity to numbers analyze and fades dark clouds of strife. Piloting the chopper through thick and thin helps all who are in a flat spin, banishes viruses into the bin. The nectar of Tamil, with every line of her pencil, makes everyone tranquil. Her classes do unveil all her hard work and toil. Perfect touch, molding vibrant hearts. Perfect love, fashioning scientific smarts. She says things with colors and shapes, creating beautiful backgrounds with embellishments and drapes. She puts all her efforts, heart and soul into every little work of the school. Whether it is Euclid's geometry or rules of trigonometry, she is staunch on her lesson quality, striving hard for her students constantly. Students jump with gaiety when they have PT, with bated breath for him to come in, lie in wait, these munchkin. Teaching discipline, teamwork, sportsmanship, the master grooms them for their championship. Her flair for Hindi, quite natural. Her awesome classes have no parallel, guiding the students' thoughts, forgiving their faults, with knowledge, values and truth, leading the enthusiastic youth. A calm and composed demeanor, combined with cheerful and happy temper, students in her class eager beavers to welcome their favorite teacher. A good task manager, the one who handles all the tasks thrown her way and manages to make the best out of every situation. Shoulders responsibility with grace and dignity. Her obsession is poetry. Her skill is oratory. She technically uses them in her commentary. Her harmonious and soothing presence adds a touch of calming essence. Armed with a repertoire of teaching combinations, making perfect every equation. A mile and every tile. Through her role stories improvise, artists rise to create joy and surprise. She holds up the prism of knowledge and makes the children see the glorious life rainbow. They are equipped with the scientific edge to climb every mountain high and low. Simple and full of grace, tough situations she does valiantly embrace, saying kind, loving words of praise, bringing smile and cheer on every face. She has a special place in every heart, going out of her way to make children smart. In her endeavor, ever sincere, devoted and diligent, resulting in happy students with marks magnificent. Create stories out of history. Dates and years, no more a mystery. Kindles interest to know past trajectory. Never the one to sit down a while, her work exemplar of artistic style. In every work she goes the extra mile. Her labor of love she displays with a smile. Great is her penchant for Hindi poems. Her love and passion for the language strongly stems. In every line that she pens, churning up valuable gems. The leitmotif of her class is vibrancy. Her students catch her brilliancy. Auditors are created when she teaches accountancy. Singing, her passion. Computers, further devotion. Straddles both the world with glorious ambition. Sparking children's creative thoughts, appreciating, celebrating their smallest exalts, touching their lives with sublime grace, fortressing pupils' knowledge base. Her efficiency and resourcefulness, together with her inherent goodness, clearly defines her kind-heartedness. Ingenuity and hard work matters to her. never shies away from the work that is entrusted to her. Impatient seldom, ever showering pearls of wisdom. She is the Chanakya of CVV kingdom. Student in her class learns and grows with the love and care she always shows. Good-natured and assiduous, her work always meticulous. With a razor-sharp mind and loads of energy, she brings to class an astounding synergy. Sparkling discussions she initiates, galvanizing pupils to love debates. Her one-liners and puns will amuse everyone. Amicable and generous-hearted, she will win you over uncharted. Focused and friendly, lends a helping hand willingly. Her love for Tamil shines through as she describes her every view. She is a leader, great and bold, possessing a heart of gold. Her phenomenal qualities cannot remain untold. A leader by example, empowering people to be a team, motivating them to follow their dream. Well-articulated political opinions, motivating children to follow their mission. Geography, civics and history in her class become captivating mystery, mesmerizing students with her mastery, sharing with them a fantastic chemistry, navigating them to their life trajectory. தமிழை நேசிப்பவர், தமிழை சுவாசிப்பவர், வள்ளுவர் கம்பர் கபிலர் புகழ்பாடி ஆனந்தம் பெறுவர். A leader who's understanding and compassionate, gently propelling her teachers to ideate, create and innovate. A dynamic visionary, her achievements legendary. She is a boss tremendous and a person fabulous.
In this world, we go through a ceaseless trial of hardship. We encounter countless experiences, and most times we are not prepared to face them. Yet, somehow we prevail. We end up using knowledge that we never knew we had, knowledge that remains embedded in our very selves. It is this knowledge that saves us from damnation time and again. But does this knowledge that is within us really belong to us? Or does it belong to those who gave it to us? Why would we be if no one taught us what we know? Why would we be if no one taught us how to use what we know? Why would we be if our teachers did not exist? To be a teacher is not as simple or as common as any other profession. It is pretty much a lifestyle, an example from which students absorb. They form the earth upon which forests grow. They nourish the life in us. They are the ones who pave the way in which we walk. In this world, teachers are the ultimate creators, for it is through them that any other profession grows. Teachers are the kingmakers of great empires. As Shakespeare once said, all the world's a stage and all the men and women are merely players. But what he missed out is that any play needs its director. Any play lives or dies by the devices of the director, and the directors of the play called life are the teachers.
As you walk with the Guru, you walk in the light of existence away from the darkness of ignorance. A Guru, as the dispeller of darkness, plays a very important role in every student's life. To celebrate the Guru and to revere the grand lineage of spiritual masters, a full moon day in the month of Ashad is dedicated in his honor. Guru Poornima or Vyasa Poornima is not only the day when one of the greatest Acharyas, Saint Veda Vyasa, the author of the Mahabharata, was born, but also the day when Bhagavan Shiva bestowed cosmic wisdom on the Saptarishis, who gracefully imbibed it to pass it on to mankind. Speaking on the Guru, our Puja Gurudev said, "He is the radio through which the Lord contacts the student. When a student meets his teacher, it is always a miracle. In fact, it is love at first sight. He is immediately attracted to him and his words ring a bell." Hari Om. I am Arya and today I am here to talk about one such teacher that I fell in love with at first sight. The subject she teaches may not kindle an interest in everyone, but she made me develop a deep love for it, which in turn became my career choice. But then, all our teachers are great at enabling us, aren't they? Then, what makes her so special? Let me tell you why. We were on a school trip where we went trekking. It was never my cup of tea, thanks to my fear of heights, but she made me let go of my fear by motivating me with inspirational stories, sharing her vulnerabilities and how she overcame them. She stayed by my side, leading me all the way till the end. She taught me that the only way to let go of your fear is to face it. Dedicated to all the teachers who are our guardian angels. Hari Om and thank you.
That was so beautiful and so nice. Yeah, there was really beautiful presentations by the students. Now we shall end this with a closing prayer rendered by the students of the Virugambakkam school.
पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ओम् श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम्।
Thank you all. Hari Om, and do join us tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Thank you.
Hari Om and thank you. It was such a pleasure for having all of you here with us today.
The website, the link for the website is posted in the chat box. You can kindly click on it and see the various wings that you can join in, or rather your family can join in. Yeah. The tech team, can we please have a bhajan?
Govindam, 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 Bhaja Govindam, 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 Bhaja